Hey, it's Adam. Tonight we're going to learn about how to control macOS using MFC Deck. Let's get started. Here I have Zoom running on my Mac, and I'm looking at a deck of Mac apps that I can control. So let's take a look at Zoom. We're going to stop video. And we'll turn back on the video. Let's pull in some Finder labels. And let's go to my Finder app deck. And let's select these guys here. And let's turn them red. Well, that's working. We'll turn these guys purple. There you go. Move this guy out of the way. Let's go back to Zoom. Say we wanted to bring up the chat. Move the window, make it a little more visible. And say we want to show the participants. It's just me in this case. And I can make him hide. And make the chat go away. So how are we doing this? We have a card that runs a shortcut called Key Command Threshold, which is based on key command shortcut that I've created. And what that does is it sends keystrokes and commands to remote macOS computers using SSH and AppleScript. So you can take a look. The only thing you really need to change is here, the host name and the credentials. So the credentials are the username for your computer and the password. Keep in mind that this does store the stuff as clear text in your shortcut. So you want to make sure that your iOS device is fairly secure. We don't want any people getting access to your computer. There's another way to control Mac apps is through Keyboard Maestro. Keyboard Maestro is a great application for automating your Mac. Let's take a look at this deck. As you can see, the performance will be much faster if I toggle video. It's pretty much instantaneous. I can toggle mute. And the chat and participants window. So now with either the key command shortcut or by using Keyboard Maestro, you can control your macOS applications from your iOS device very easily. Let's dive in a little deeper into how this works. For the Zoom Keyboard Maestro, the way it works is you have a URL action. So instead of writing a shortcut, it's basically pinging a URL. And this URL is created within Keyboard Maestro. Let's take a look at that. So we have an example of the close one. And when you run this trigger, you can copy this to the clipboard. And then you can paste it into the close action. Paste that in right there. And what that'll do is it will cause Keyboard Maestro to call Command W in the Zoom application. So if I go back to Zoom and I tap on the close button, it'll ask me if I want to leave the meeting, which in this case, I'm not going to do that. And if we take a look at how it's working within the key command shortcut, what this does is you set the input type to text, and the input value is the name of the application on the first line, and then the key command that you want to run. In this case, it's Command W. So what this does is when you tap on this, it will run the key command threshold shortcut and use AppleScript to call Command W in Zoom. And there you go, how to control macOS applications using MFC Deck. For more information, you can go visit the MFC Deck shortcut gallery at mfcdeck.com/shortcuts. Scroll down to the sample shortcuts section to download the key command shortcut. You can actually download it to your iOS device by clicking the download button, but be sure to read the instructions because you have to configure both the shortcut and your macOS computer to enable remote login that allows your iOS device to actually securely log into your computer, and some security and privacy settings so that your iOS device can send Apple scripts to the applications. Further down in the documentation is information on the input format and the command strings that you can send to applications. So be sure to read all this information to understand how to configure your iOS device, your MFC Deck cards, and your macOS computer. And that's it. We'll see you next time for another tutorial on how to get the most out of MFC Deck.